Hello, my name is Christina Forbes. As you guys are starting to get to know, I'm the wife of a seriously injured worker being shafted by WorkSafe BC, Lauren Forbes, as you guys are all getting to know as well. This video here has to do with the fact that we're past now the 27th of July, whereupon Sheila was a case, his vocational rehabilitation consultant, was to either push forward with the plan of drafting or was to have something in place by the 27th of July. I'm just going to reach down and grab a piece of paper here. Just as I read in a couple of the other posts there, the letter that we received June 13th, 2008 from Sheila was a case that states, I'm just going to recap it just so we know kind of where we're at. You know where we're at. It says, as you know, Mr. Forbes, you have already been provided with 70 weeks, that's 17 and a half months of vocational rehabilitation benefits for planning purposes. For your information, this length of time is well beyond the normal time frame for sponsorship for clients to develop a suitable return to work plan in conjunction with their vocational rehabilitation consultant. Currently, an extension of vocational rehabilitation allowances has been approved from May 28th to July 27th, 2008. It is my expectation that a suitable return to work plan will be in place and approved by July 27th, 2008. Therefore, during this time period, I will prepare the return to work plan for training into AutoCAD or drafting and the supporting budget for the board's baseline plan and obtain approval for it. So, there you have it. He was supposed to be, his vocational rehabilitation benefits were supposed to be discontinued on the 27th of July. Sheila was the case and Lauren were to have a plan in place by the 27th of July. Here we are, the 3rd of August, and no plan. And no word by letter yet, although we check the mail faithfully every day. So this is exactly what injured workers are talking about. This is one of the many items that injured workers are screaming out about. Workers' compensation has got my husband in the dark. You know, they were supposed to have a plan for him. Unfortunately, according to Sal at North Island College, as great as they were, Lauren requires 2 years of solid upgrading before you can even think about getting into entry-level drafting. So, is it loss of earnings or something else? Well, Lauren doesn't want to go off to fucking loss of earnings because WorkSafe BC is already screwing him on his wage loss. We had to see at one time, like last year, the year before, when we were going through with this WCAT thing, we had to drop his wage loss review in order to go through with the thing for CRPS. Now that's the way that this fucking god-awful workers' compensation system is set up. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're an injured worker. You've got 5 or 6 different items in review. One of the items is exhausted. You cannot review it anymore. Now you'd like to go on to WCAT. But this is where they get you. You cannot go on to WCAT until you have finished all of your reviews. Now, here's another catch. If your reviews, however many of them you have in, overrun the allotted time that you have to file for WCAT, you can't file for WCAT, or you have to drop the items in review. So that's where they got us, first of all. So in order for Lauren to go on to WCAT, we had to drop like 5 or 6 different items we had going on in the review division at that time. His wage loss was one of them. They had him making $33,000 the year that he was injured. Funny, because we got audited by the tax guy, and he found over $55,000. So, you know, we're kind of screwed there. Lauren is. So that's why he doesn't want to go off to loss of earnings. He doesn't want to sit around. He's a 38-year-old man that just wants his fucking arms back, but that ain't happening. You know, would like to go back to drywall, but that's not going to happen. Would like to try this drafting thing, but obviously that's not an option anymore. So what's going on? Sheila was a case said that there's going to be a plan in him by the 27th of July. Here we are, the 3rd of August. No communication, no letter. Left in the dark. And this is exactly what injured workers are screaming out about. This is just one of the things that injured workers are screaming out about. They are left at the mercy of their vocational rehabilitation consultant. And what they are going to choose, and the choices that their vocational rehabilitation consultant decides to make with the rest of their life. Do you hear that? Sheila was a case, and every other cocksucking fucking asshole fucking adjudicator that's working for fucking WorkSafe BC and or the Workers' Compensation Board. The injured workers' lives rest in your hands, and you fucking know it. Lauren wants to go to work. He wants to be retrained in something that makes him a contributing member to society. Something that makes him feel good inside. Something that he's got a reason to get up in the morning. Seriously injured workers that deal with serious chronic pain have a hard enough fucking time getting out of bed every goddamn day. Don't give them a reason to get out of bed, and they don't. Seriously injured workers that live with chronic pain some days can't even muster to brush their teeth because they don't have a reason to. And that's part of the problem with people that deal with chronic pain and all this other depression that injured workers have surrounding in their life. They need a reason to get up. They need to go to work. They need something. And when they're left in the dark, they've got nothing. And that's where Lauren is at the moment. He's left in the dark. He doesn't know if they're going to bother to retrain him because they've already spent so much time, with vocational rehabilitation planning. They don't know if they're going to push him off to loss of earnings. He's left with a $566 pension. And this is the atrocities and the shit that seriously injured workers are screaming about. They're begging for mercy. They're begging for help. Just like Mr. Thompson. And his bleeding ulcers. Those are a direct result of stress. And Mr. Thompson isn't the only seriously injured worker that has stress-related diseases. My heart goes out to every seriously injured worker, to every person that's been shafted. And that's why I keep plugging along with these videos, just hoping they'll go somewhere, that somebody will do something. But here we are. I just thought I'd give you a little update anyways. Another injured worker left in the dark by a workers' compensation system that's supposed to be there to help them, but isn't. Another injured worker whose life is left at the hands of an adjudicator that doesn't give a shit. I'm just going to stop this one. There's just some days where I really don't know what to say. And I kind of use this more as a tool to kind of vent a little bit, hoping that, someone else out there knows where I'm coming from. And I know you do. So thank you very much for spending the time to watch all of these videos. I know some of them can be pretty boring sometimes, but they're all going somewhere. And over the next little while, I've actually categorized his claim file, which has taken me a lot of time. But I've just about got it done. I only have a stack about that thick left to kind of do, and then we'll start getting into the issues like transportation and meals and how care is put on to wives and families, and we're going to get into pain programs and how they're run and so on and so forth. So thank you again for staying faithful and watching the videos, and we appreciate it more than you know. You have a good day.